Okay, guys, so we are going to build some titles. I hope you guys can see this okay. Um, these are all just some basic photos that I uploaded, and then just put maybe some titles that you guys might have built if you're first starting out. Let's open this one up here. Come on, oh, complete. Okay, so this is a Nike men's jacket. And so you might, see these photos and think, okay, cool, it's a Nike men's jacket. Maybe you'd put black, white. You check out the size here. It's an extra large. Here's the trick for Nike things. I talk about this a lot. This little tag right here is going to have a style number. This is going to make it so easy for you to build your listings. So this style number is 451582. I'm just going to go over here, straight to Google, guys. You know I love Google. I'm going to type in Nike. And then I already forgot what it was. 451582. 451582. There we go. And there it is, right? He's wearing our jacket. So let's go over to images. Let's try and find, okay. These are definitely them. Here it is on eBay. So this is the Nike Air Jordan Varsity Hoodie Jacket. Let's see how it's doing on eBay, shall we? This one sold new with tags, it looks like, or they took it off, $98. So that's pretty cool. So what I'm actually going to do here is I'm just going to copy this just like this. Super easy. Copy. I'm going to throw it in the search bar, see if there's any other ones, what they're going for. Okay, I'm not really seeing. There's one right there. That's the same one that we have. 54. There we go. 69. You get the point. So then let's go to solds. Solds. Okay, so I think we can get about $50 for it. I'm gonna start it at 50. So here's some good keywords. So Jumpman, I'm thinking Jumpman, Air Jordan. So let's go ahead and make ours over here. We're going to create our listing. Exit out of here, and I think that that first title is pretty good. So I'm going to just go ahead and paste that title right into my title. Nike Air Jordan Varsity Hoodie Jacket Men's. What I actually like to do is put the brand and then immediately after that the sex and the size. So I'm just actually going to put men's. I'm not going to put an apostrophe in there. I don't need to. That's a waste of a space, and those spaces are limited. So extra large Air Jordan Varsity Hoodie Jacket. I want to put Jumpman in there. That is a good keyword for this jacket. And that's just something that I know. And that's from looking at those other listings too. You can go into Title Builder here. This is a website, titlebuilder.com, guys. And we are going to just go ahead and put our title in here and see if they come up with any other keywords for us. So some keywords: Nike Jordan men's jacket. Okay, color. Want to add color. There's some searched ones, and then here's some extra ones. So nothing exciting for us there. We do want to make sure we add the color in here, so we'll put black. ACK. Sorry, it's hard to do this with one hand. I'm holding my camera with one hand. Black, white. How many more titles? So 15 characters. I want to fill out those 15 characters. Let's see. What else can we put in here? Let's go ahead and put the style number in the title. In a lot of Nike titles, you'll see that the style number is actually in there. So we'll put 45152. 8 characters left. Let's add the word cotton because I like it. It's like a soft cotton. Okay, that's going to be it. So that's going to be our title for this jacket right here. Easy peasy. Easy peasy, guys. You can definitely do this. I'll fill out all this other stuff later. I'm just going to go ahead and save this draft since we're just talking about titles tonight. So we'll go ahead and save and continue that later. And let's go down to this Lucky brand top. We'll complete this. So Lucky brand top. There it is. Okay. So let's see what we got here. What can we work with so far? We know it's a 2X, so let's go ahead and put that in here. So like I said, I like to do the sex, so women's, what size did I say it was? A 2X. So we'll do plus size 2X. And then let's go ahead. Let's see, what print is this? So I want to find out what print this is. So let's go over to Pinterest, shall we? Let's go over to Pinterest and type in, Pinterest always has these really good guides. So we're going to type in some, I already know, but let's see if we can find it this way. Geometric pattern. Okay, let's type that in. And let's see if we can find our pattern here. Let's see. It doesn't quite look like any of these. Pattern. I need like a sheet. So we need names. Geometric pattern names. Let's see here. Usually there'll be like a sheet that you can pull up. Dun, dun, dun. Not seeing anything. Okay, look at. I just personally know this is iCat. Ah, here we go. So here is some different style names. These are just good to go, or good to know. So you have like your honeycomb, your brick, your giraffe, your zebra, peacock, herringbone, seersucker, chevron, ticking. These are all names of fabrics that you're going to see, and you just want to be really aware of these, the actual name of these. Jacquard, I see a lot of jacquard jackets and stuff. Paisley's another one, polka dot stripes. These are really, really good things to know. So I know that mine is called iCat, so I'm just going to do that. But if you can't figure it out, you can go on Pinterest and pull up these guides. And there's probably more if I scroll down. Yeah, see? There's a ton of these different types of guides that are going to help you learn this stuff. And usually you only have to look them up once or twice, and then you kind of got it down. You know, you'll start to really remember these names, and you won't have to look them up all the time. So I'm going to call this an iCat. iCat. So, but first I'm going to put what it is. So this is a top, and then iCat print. What else? What else? Geometric. And then what color was that? Like orange. And what else? What other colors are in here? Blue. Let's say blue. Orange and blue. And then the sleeve style I like to put for blouses. So this is a 3/4 sleeve. So yeah, there we go. One character left. I think that's pretty good. We got Lucky Brand. We got the sex. We got, it's a plus size. It's a 2X at the top. You know, it's kind of like that iCat print. This is kind of describing what the style of it is. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and go with that for my title on that one. We will go ahead and save and continue later there. And then let's see what else is on here, shall we? Okay, we have a cotton on dress. Let's go ahead and complete that one. What does this dress look like? Let's see here. Okay, so that's kind of the style of our dress. Let's look on Pinterest and look up, shall we? Come on, come on. Let's look up dress style names because that's a really, really good one to know. So these style guides that I'm going to pull up right now are the best here. So come on, come on. So we have dress style charts. Okay, let's find our dress, shall we? It's kind of sleeveless. Here's all the names of the necks too. This is a really, really, really good one to know. Okay, but what kind of dress do we have, guys? Let's find it. Pull up this, guys. Looks like it has a lot. Oh no, we don't want to see the most famous wedding dresses. We don't care about that. Let's see here. Not seeing one that I love right now. Sometimes it takes a second. I'm gonna pull this up. Okay, so it looks like we have a dress that doesn't quite look like any of these ones, right? Modcloth dress styles. Princess, it kind of looks like that. It's not quite that one though. Platoon, I use this one a lot. Sheath, maybe it will be a princess. I think I want to call it like a fit and flare. That's what I want to call this style of dress. Fit and flare or a skater. A skater dress is going to be what I think I'll pick for this. And you can see when I look that up. And all of this is just time and research. Skater dress. So learning all of these is a lot of it is just like looking at magazines and seeing what things are called and all of that stuff, guys. So when you see, see this is what we have. It's like a skater style dress. So I'm going to go ahead and call this a skater style dress. So cotton on, what is this? Snow leopard. So, you know, I got to get the title right. And then what size are you? You're medium. Okay, cotton on dress. Cotton on medium dress. There's not a lot of room in my title. The first thing I'll do to take out and make more room is actually I would just take this and make it an M instead of medium. You don't need both. You can have one or the other, and eBay will pull them up automatically. So let's see. Snow leopard print. Medium, and I'm going to put skater right here. Skater dress. Snow leopard print. What is this, does it look like? It's got like a tie back, like a little bow right there. So we'll put bow, and then that's a keyhole in the back there. Keyhole back. And oh, it's sleeveless. That's another one. Sleeveless. This sleeve style is a good one. Now we got 3 characters left, so we're gonna go ahead and just leave it just like that. I'm happy with that. That looks good to me. So we have, what do we have in our title? We have the name of the brand, the size, skater dress, the style of dress, and then we just have some keywords that people might be searching for. Snow leopard print is a good one. Bow, keyhole back, sleeveless. Those are just, I just like to keyword my titles as much as I can. Also, let's go into Title Builder and see what they pull up. So let's look up cotton on dress. What are you gonna pull up for me? Cotton on, sleeveless. Okay, so popular, the size, the colors. The sex is actually popular. I didn't put the sex in ours, so maybe I should have. Fresh design, extras. Okay, look at, we got that one. We got the sleeveless, and then we'll put the size. So, some of those don't fit what we have, but that's okay. So yeah, I'm happy with our title. Let's go ahead and move to the next title here. Save and continue later. Okay, let's pick one more to do here. Just one more. Okay, let's do this. This one right here. This one's a good one. This is an Anthropologie top. So we gotta find this Anthropologie top. So Maeve top. That's not a good enough keyword. Okay, so this is Anthropologie. We know it's Anthropologie because there is our RN number 66170 right there on the tag. See it right there? Burp, burp, burp. Okay, and then this Maeve, this is the brand. It's a size 6. Okay, this is what it looks like. So it's an embroidered kind of like boho tassel top. How are we gonna find this? So let's go into Google here. And so let's just type in Maeve, M-A-E-V-E, Maeve, and then let's see here. In I always spelled this word wrong. I spelled that wrong, I think. Okay, top. There it is. Embroidered top. And then I'm just going to go straight into the image section here. And let's see. Oh, there it is. There's our top, right? Okay, let's click and see if they have the actual name for it, though. This is not... Nope, that's not the actual name of it. That doesn't really help me very much. I want to find what the actual name of this top is. Because Anthropologie names all their pieces. Let's see here. Okay, here it is again. Embroidered tunic. Sometimes it takes me a second, guys. Sometimes I have to, dig around like everybody else. I don't want to allow myself too much time to dig around, but that's okay. Yeah, okay, let's try a different keyword combination. Let's try putting in here, pink. Because that pink is really, popping out here. Okay, now we're getting a couple more hits. What is this? Neon pink embroidered peasant. Yeah. Not finding the actual one or the name of it. So we might just move on because I don't like to waste time, guys. It is just not worth it to waste time. What we are going to do is we are going to go into this eBay one and come on. So it's 15. Okay, let's see if they have any similar. Nope. Okay, so let's type in. So the last thing I like to do for Anthropologie is I will just do this Maeve top. And then what I'm going to do, because I want to make sure that I don't have some rare. Hey, this one is somebody on Instagram. That's funny. I want to make sure I don't have a rare piece that's worth money. So I'll just go into the sold listings. Oops, sold. Okay, so these should be all of, are these solds? Solds. 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 Come on, solds. What are you doing? There it is. Solds. Okay. These are all the sold, and what I'm actually going to do, oh, that's funny, this just sold for $14 to 2 days ago, is I'm actually going to do it by price plus shipping highest first, and I'm just going to look on that first page. There it is. I told the person that this was a rare one, and it is. Look, it's the top priced Maeve top right now. Okay, so I'm going to look through here really fast because I might see my shirt, and I might, having that Anthropologie name can really make or break your price point. So do I see my shirt? Nope. Also, it tells me I do this all the time because it just tells me later on, like I knew that green dog shirt was worth money. I've never found that green dog shirt, but I've looked at these pages enough to know what's good. Gives me an idea of what's selling for good money and what styles. I'm looking at these all day long, so when I'm not at the thrift stores, I can tell if something is a good seller or not based on the style. It's really important to look at these comps, guys. Okay, so we're not seeing our shirt, right? So we can probably just go ahead and copy that title that just sold because at least it sold for $15. I got mine at the bins. I would be fine with it selling for $15. So yeah, we're just going to go ahead and go back to this exact listing. And we are going, they have a really good title. I don't really need to change much in here. We're going to go ahead and copy this. Copy. Come here, copying. Copy this. Still their title. You're allowed to do that, guys. It's all right. Mave top. Paste. Mave. I don't like the way they have this capitalized. So I'm going to do M-A-E-V-E. I need to capitalize anthropology, but name teach. Anthropology. And then mine is a size 6. And I like to put, I would want to put peasant top kind of first. So I'm going to just copy this and then delete that and then put peasant top. And then I'll put that back in here. There we go, because those first few words are really important. And so I want to make sure that I have, you know, most people would be searching like Mave, anthropology, peasant top, and then putting everything else later. So I want to put those first, and then neon pink embroidered. And then I also want to put tassel, because that's like, you know, the closure there, tassel, tie. And there it is, guys. So that's going to be my title. Easy peasy. So yeah, you know, just take your time, use Pinterest, but don't take too much time. Like you saw on that last one, I give up. These are really important. These style guides, they can really do a lot for you. So like necklines and all of that good stuff. These are important to know, you guys. And you can print these out. You can print these out and keep them in a little book on your desk or whatever you want to do. I personally like these ones. These are really good. So, you know, did you know that this is a tulip skirt? Did you know that this is a mermaid or a ruffled or a gypsy? Like, you have to know these titles. People search for these titles. Here's more dresses. See? All these different names you can put in there, guys. There's no reason to not completely maximize your title space. These here, you want some outerwear names? There you go. Know that was a wrap coat? Did you know that was a swing coat or baby doll? These are things you need to know, guys. These are things that are going to get your listing seen. So the way that people, the most important thing for your listings is your title and your photos and your price. Those are everything. Price, title, photos. Price, title, photos, guys. Price, title, photos. If you don't have a good title, you're not going to get pulled up in search. If you don't have a good photo, no one's going to look at your listing. And if you don't have a good price, no one's going to buy your listing. So you can have a good title and good photos. Price is bad, no one's going to buy it. But if you have a good price and a bad title, no one's going to find your listing. So the first step to get your listing in front of someone is to have a good title. And you can only do that if you know your stuff. So, you know, use things like Title Builder. Use things like Pinterest style guides. Use image search. You know, use Google, guys. Google. Google is your best friend. So yeah, guys, anyway, with that, I'm going to finish up my titles, and I will talk to you guys later. If you have any questions at all, please leave a comment down below. The reason I did this video is because I had a couple people leave comments on videos yesterday asking for some title help. That is why I did this tonight. So if you want to see something, leave a comment. Let me know what you guys want to see in these vlogs, and I will help you out. All right, guys, have a good day. Bye.